You spend a lot of time both in external and internal communications. And I think internal communications is something that we don't talk as much about externally because a lot of times people come to us with questions about wanting more stories in media or wanting to have advertising or things like that that are not necessarily thinking with that hat of internal comms, but how important it is to have that internal connectivity and alignment of messages. Talk about just what that's like, because you work with a large organization, helping them align internally and then also externally. Talk about what that's like today, because I think it's, like you said, it's more complicated. Organizations are more complex and siloed, and yet being able to position and be understood really does require some dedication and alignment and thoughtfulness about how you're speaking internally and externally. So just talk about what that's like working with organizations trying to move the boat that way.
Sure. Well, over the more than 2 decades that I've worked with Tunheim, I have transitioned into a broader role beyond public affairs. And I do work with companies where we oversee a variety of different media, I guess, between internal comms, external comms, public relations, websites, social media, a whole targeted advertising. So the internal communications is interesting because just like any other audience, we have to make sure that we're developing content that's interesting and compelling to that audience, and then make sure that we're sharing it across a variety of internal channels like town hall forums, intranet content, their LinkedIn platforms. And so really making sure that organizations think of their own employees as one of their primary audiences is really, really important. Because if your own employees don't understand what your mission and vision and values and your corporate priorities are, then it's going to be impossible for them to be your best ambassadors out in the community. So that's really a primary audience that we make sure everybody's on board.